amigos y amigas, let's have a heart-to-heart. This is a series that I have been wanting to try and that I'm going to try starting with this video. So if you end up liking this video and you do want to see more of this series unfold, then let me know in the comments. But my intention with this series is to have heart-to-heart conversations with you and share more of my own personal stories and reflections with the intention to encourage you and uplift you and inspire you and make you feel seen, because that's something that I'm genuinely passionate about, and that's something that I'm gratefully able to exercise with my podcast. I am so grateful that I get to have heart-to-heart, real, honest conversations about life with people who sincerely inspire me so much. So for those of you that listen to my podcast, I hope that you've been enjoying those heart-to-heart conversations and the amazing people that I bring on. But yeah, this series, I'm really excited to dive into it. And in this video, my intention is to inspire you to allow gratitude to transform your life in the ways that it's transformed mine. And I'm going to share with you how gratitude has not only changed my life, but honestly saved my life. And I'm also going to be sharing 7 journaling prompts to get you to start exercising gratitude in some very simple but very impactful ways. So without further ado, let's get into this heart-to-heart conversation about gratitude. I say that gratitude has not only changed my life, but saved my life, and I sincerely mean that. And there are a few reasons why I can confidently say that. And we're gonna get into those. And the first reason being that gratitude has helped me cope, and it has helped me overcome, not only overcome, but become more empowered and more enlightened through some of the toughest life experiences. Not even some, all of the toughest life experiences I've had to go through. And I know that I can always count on gratitude to help me grow through the tough experiences that I have yet to experience, because tough experiences are just a part of life, you know? And to know that gratitude will be that thing that I can turn to always is something that I'm so grateful for. Like, I'm so grateful for gratitude, y'all. And that's why I'm just so passionate about getting you to incorporate more gratitude into your life, because I promise you it is so life-changing and transformative and beautiful. My relationship with gratitude is so beautiful, and I love gratitude so much because, again, it's been there for me through some of my toughest life experiences. And just to serve as a testimony of this, it's like losing my father. You know, a child losing their parent is one of the toughest life experiences. And, you know, gratitude really has helped me cope through that loss, because I'm still grieving my father's loss to this day. And I know that I'm going to continue to have moments where the grief hits me a little harder than other times. But, you know, of course, I am so sad that I lost my dad. Of course, I still wish that my dad was still here. But the reality is that he isn't. And also the reality is that I am so grateful that I got to experience him while he was here. I'm so grateful that I got to have the relationship that I had with my dad, because we were best friends. He understood me and I understood him, and we had beautiful conversations. And he contributed to who I am today spiritually. He was such an intelligent, beautiful, creative, artistic, talented person. And I'm so grateful that I got to experience my dad, because not everyone gets to experience their dad. Not everyone gets to experience having a close relationship with their dad. And so just that in and of itself is like, I didn't get to experience my dad as long as I wish that I could have, but I still experienced him. And I'm so grateful for that. And that gratitude that I feel has helped me cope and has helped me grow through this experience. Another example would be, last year, in the beginning of 2020, I lost my best friend. And because at that point, my relationship with gratitude, was already and has become just very intimate, I turned to gratitude. Of course, I still grieved. I'm still grieving, just like with my dad. I'm still, I still have very sad moments. But the gratitude, has helped me not succumb into the depths of the density and the darkness and the sadness and the grief of those moments and those experiences and those tough seasons. I lost my best friend, and I am so grateful that I had a friend like Isaac. Isaac was one of the most beautiful friends, not only to me, but to so many people. He was an incredible poet, and I'm so grateful that I got to experience him perform poetry. So grateful that I had so many beautiful, intimate moments with him. So grateful that I had a friend like him, to where, I was so open about everything, and he was so open. We just had such an open, beautiful, honest friendship where, he really was the only person that knew me that much, the details of me, the experience that I've got. Just such a beautiful friendship that I'm so grateful to have experienced. And again, I'm still sad, and I'm still grieving that Isaac still isn't here. It still shocks me sometimes that he's not here. But I'm so grateful that I got to experience Isaac while he was here in this lifetime. A breakup that I had last year that was one of the most heartbreaking breakups, because of the way that it ended, and also because I sincerely thought this man was the love of my life. And it just did not at all pan out the way that I thought. And I'm so grateful that that breakup led to the most enlightening spiritual awakening that I've ever had. That breakup I'm so grateful that breakup has led me back home to myself in the most intimate and, profound of ways. It led me to so much healing, the most healing that I've ever had in my life. And not only that, but I'm so grateful for, the very beautiful, loving moments that I got to experience through that relationship when we had those loving, beautiful moments, because that relationship did reflect, a lot of what I do seek in a life partner. And I'm grateful that I got to experience that, because I never really got to experience that in any of my other relationships. So I can go on and on, y'all, about, how gratitude has helped me cope and has helped me overcome and has helped me become a more enlightened person through such tough experiences that, again, I can go on and on about. But gratitude really is always there. It's always there for me. It's always there for me. And I'm just so grateful for it. And again, I know that, sometimes it can seem like toxic positivity or like bypassing to turn to gratitude in some tough moments in life where it's like, I'm just going to be over here grateful while my life is falling apart right now, or, my friend just died and I'm going to turn to gratitude. It can just feel like we're not allowed to be grateful in these losses. But we are so allowed to feel grateful. It is so beautiful to feel grateful in moments that just feel so dark. And it's less about ignoring your reality, and it's more about shifting the way in which you respond to life. I'm going to say that again. Being grateful and turning to gratitude in these tough moments of your life. It's less about turning a blind eye to your reality. And it's more about shifting the way that you respond to life. Because the way that I see it is you can either respond to these dark experiences by allowing the grief and the density of it to pull you down to a point where you become dark, and to where, you no longer are really living your life to the fullest. Because truly, I believe that a lot of these, tough experiences should really make us live our life to the fullest even more. So we can either allow these tough experiences to make us a dark person and give into the grief, give into the sadness, give into the heartbreak, or we can experience these inevitable life experiences with gratitude. And that is another way that gratitude has changed and saved my life, is that perspective shift. It's the perspective shift, because truly, y'all, one of the most powerful things in this life that we can do is shift our perspective. Often when we are going through, seasons in our lives where we feel like everything is falling apart, nothing is working in our favor, all we need is a shift in perspective. And the shift in perspective that has always done me good, that has always done me great, is turning to the perspective of gratitude. What is the gratitude that exists for me in this moment, in this situation, in this environment? What is the gratitude here? Because there is truly always something to be grateful for. There is always something to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. And that's something that I just love about gratitude, is just how accessible it is. And I'm going to help you really exercise that in your own life with the prompts that I'm going to provide to you at the end of this. But there truly, y'all, is always something to be grateful for. Like me, I can confidently say that I could probably spend a whole day just talking to you about things that I'm grateful for. Everywhere I go, I can find something to be grateful for. Every experience that I have in life, moving forward, because I've practiced gratitude so much, because I've allowed gratitude to come into my life the way that it has, because I've grown intimate with gratitude, I can find something to be grateful for always. And I feel like that's a superpower, honestly. I'm so grateful that I always can find something to be grateful for. And if we can sincerely do that, it is so beautiful. And I wish that on all of you. And if you're watching this, I'm so grateful that you're watching this. And I hope that this does inspire you to become someone that can find, that can always find something to be grateful for, because it is such a gift and it is such a power. It is so empowering to always be able to find something to be grateful for. In fact, before, I was filming this, I planned on filming this somewhere out in nature. I was gonna go drive to the canyon so I can have a scenic background and have this heart to heart with you. But I get to my car and I have a flat tire. Y'all, I literally just today found out that I have a flat tire before I'm having this video, filming this video about, gratitude and how gratitude, has impacted my life and why I'm so grateful for it and how I can always find something to be grateful for. And here's a perfect example of literally something I just went through. And I thought to myself, you know what? I can be so frustrated and mad right now that I have this flat tire. And yes, it sucks. I'm bummed. It sucks that I have a flat tire literally right now as I'm filming this, and that I didn't get to film this, with a scenic background, and it changed my plans. But I'm grateful that I even have a car to have a flat tire for. I'm grateful that, I didn't get a flat tire while I was out driving on the highway. There's so many little things that I started, becoming grateful for, and it really rewires your brain. And that's another reason why, gratitude has changed my life and has, saved my life, because it really has rewired my brain to immediately turn to things to feel grateful for, so that I don't succumb to the frustration, to the sadness, to the darkness, to the density, to, all of those emotions that can really overpower us if we don't have these practices to turn to keep us centered, to keep us grounded. So that's a beautiful example right there. Like, I literally immediately, I of course had a moment where I was like, I have a flat tire. And I still somewhat feel like that. Like, oh my gosh, bro, like I'm gonna have to spend money on getting a new tire, that I wasn't expecting that. Like, I'm not gonna be able, I have to figure these things out. But again, I have turned to I have a car, and I'm so grateful that I have a car, and it's just a flat tire, and I'm grateful that I'm safe, and that, I was home when I noticed that this happened, and I wasn't out somewhere, and it didn't, it wasn't a more dangerous situation. I'm so grateful that I have a spare tire that I can, change that tire to. So all these little things that I'm turning to for gratitude, and it's really helped me remain calm, remain grounded, and not just become a super frazzled, frustrated, lashing out person because of the situation. And on the topic of there's always something to be grateful for, the last thing that I want to mention in regards to, reasons why gratitude has changed and saved my life is that not only, has it rewired me to turn to gratitude and assisted me in vibrating higher, because when you do get to that point where you always find something to be grateful for, when you do get to that point where you have that tendency to turn to gratitude in these tough life situations, you are choosing the high vibrational path each and every single time, and it really does ascend you into these higher vibrations. Gratitude is such a high vibration, and it's hard to like really sincerely feel grateful and also feel like completely angry at the same time. Like just gratitude is just such a powerful high vibrational frequency. So it really helps you vibrate higher, and it helps you ascend to higher timelines and higher vibrations. But because there's always something to be grateful for, it also gives you that abundance mindset. It really gives you that abundance mindset instead of like succumbing into scarcity where it's like, oh, everything's falling, out of place. Like my life is falling apart. I just feel like nothing's going my way. And it's totally understandable, y'all. It's so like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad if you are currently this person, but I'm here to encourage you and to let you know that it's possible. It is so possible for us to experience the inevitable tough experiences that we have in life and it not turn us into a dark person. It not make us feel like we've lost all hope. It not make us, go into the depths of scarcity. When you really start practicing gratitude and you get to the point where you can find something to be grateful for at all times and in all situations, you tap into abundance. You're like, man, there's always something to be grateful for. I always have something to be grateful for in my life. My life is abundant because I always have something to be grateful for. Like my life is really abundant. So it gets you into that abundance mindset, and it's just so beautiful, y'all. So I can go on and on about this, but I sincerely mean it when I say that gratitude has changed my life and it has saved my life. Because if it weren't for gratitude, I'm telling you, I would not be this woman that you are seeing right now. I would not be this woman, I would not be this woman if it weren't for gratitude. I don't even know if I would be here, honestly, if it weren't for gratitude, to keep it real. Whew, because gratitude has always been that light. Not even the light at the end of the tunnel, the light that exists right now. Right now. Because there's always light that is existing within and around us at all times, in all moments, in all situations, environments, experiences. And when you turn to gratitude, it really is that gateway to that light that is available to you in any given moment. So, my friends, if you have any questions or just any curiosities in regards to gratitude, please let me know in the comments below. But let me give you some prompts that you can turn to daily and that I'm encouraging you to reflect on right now as you're watching this. If you want to grab a pen and paper, if you want to simply just really take a moment as I share these prompts with you, and you want to pause after each prompt to get into a state of reflection and have, just a moment with yourself to really tap into the frequency of gratitude, I would love for you to join me on that right now as I share these with you. So here are 7 prompts to get you to become more grateful and to incorporate more gratitude into your life. What is one thing you're grateful for in your immediate environment? What is one thing you're grateful for about your body? What is one experience you're grateful to have overcome? What is one lesson you're grateful to have learned? What is one person in your life you are grateful for? What is one thing you're grateful to be putting effort into? What is one thing you're grateful to manifest? I want to leave you with one quote that I wrote down before filming this video. And that quote is, "You are worthy of living a life you are grateful for, and you are worthy of having a gratitude that is not dependent on external circumstances."